Morning everyone, welcome to Unacademy. So guys, in this video I'm going to teach you few sets of circular table arrangement, and all these sets will be on the difficulty level of moderate to tough. There won't be any too much easy set in this. So mostly 2 to 3 sets will have the higher difficulty only. So guys, those who are watching me for the first time, let me quickly introduce myself. This is something about me, guys. My name is Shyam Jagrut. I have been training the students for last years. I trained the students for MBA entrance exams like CAT, SNAP, CT, MAT. I do train the students for quantitative ability, logical reasoning, and data interpretation. So today's session will be about the logical reasoning का एक chapter है, circular table arrangement. That's what we are going to solve. But all the questions will be from moderate to tough level, you can say. I have not kept too many easy questions because easy questions on this topic basically most of the students are able to manage. So here I have few challenging questions from circular table arrangement, and those who are preparing for the CAT, SNAP, CT like this exam, focusing on those who are also focusing for CAT, so you should definitely try these questions. I'll recommend all of you. Guys, you can join us on YouTube. Unacademy CAT4MBA is our YouTube channel. That is our new channel for CAT, and we have one Telegram group as well, that is CAT4MBA, where you'll get the PDF note of all those sessions that we conduct on YouTube, as well as the sessions that those we conduct on Unacademy platform. So those who want to attain my special session on Unacademy app, they can just go to Play Store, download the Unacademy learning app, and get the subscription. If you want, you can avail a 10% of discount if you use my code SHAM1. So in this subscription you'll get the mock test and many more benefits, guys, just like you'll be able to interact with me, my team, and many other educators from very top educators, you can say, from all over the India. So this is very beneficial plans. I'll recommend to go for 1 year plan, and those who are planning to write CAT next year, that is 2021, they can go for even 2 years plan. Okay, so guys, let's quickly begin with our circular table arrangement. Let's start. So here's the first question. I'll recommend all of you, those who are watching this video now, you can just go through the points and try if you can comprehend the information. Try to connect the clues properly. So these are, I had just kept 4 sets, but all these sets will be really challenging. If you look at the information, you'll get to know. You need to try the possibilities in this. So let's look at the first question. So read the information carefully and answer the questions based on that. So 8 persons: Vipin, Rani, Sanjay, Mahi, Ajay, Kunal, and Kunal, Papu, and so there must be 8 persons, right, are sitting around a circular table. 3 of them are facing center and the remaining 5 are facing outside. So on the first question itself, we have the sitting arrangement, which includes the facing a different facing, means center facing and away from the center facing, that is outside, you can say. So Sanjay is immediate left of Mahi. So the most trickiest part in this question like this, where you have some of the persons center facing and some of the facing are outside. So the problem is we cannot means we don't have the left or right. There will always be 2 or more than 2 possibilities in this cases if you connect the clues. So there are many possibilities possible. So let's pick up the clue such that those possibility will try to minimize the possibilities, and then we'll move to the things. So first thing, cannot just start with in the sequence, just go and pick the proper clues. So for that you need to read the information properly first. So let's start. You can tell me in comment if you want, if you understood how what to do. You can just tell me if you have any query related to any point, and at the same time let me know guys, in your opinion, which is the most important clue for to start with. So Sanjay is immediate left of Mahi, then Mahi is second to the left of Rani and faces the opposite direction as that of the Rani. Then Ajay and Bipin are sitting opposite to each other, that's what we know. Then Pappu sits opposite to the person who sits between Mahi and Rani. Then no one sits between Ajay and Mahi. Ajay is second to the left of Pappu. The person who sits between Ajay and Pappu is facing center. We don't know who is that person. Okay, so but that is sure. We know that person is facing center, who is between Ajay and Pappu, and Ajay and Pappu are the immediate neighbor of that person definitely. Then, but we don't know where they are facing. So there are total 5 persons who will face outside. There will be 3 persons who will face the center. 3 of them facing center. It is already given in the clues. Okay, so make sure you read the clues very carefully and remember this. Remember the number. Face center facing 3, outside facing 5. Keep this point in mind. Then next thing, Kunal and Ajay are immediate neighbors. Kunal and Ajay are immediate neighbors. Kunal and Pappu are facing in the same direction. Okay, so sufficient information to start with. So here are the questions 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 questions based on the first set. So from where to start? That's the main challenge, from where to start. So if you can start from this, because there are many clues related to Ajay, Pappu, Mahi, Rani. Look at the names and try how can we connect. Okay, so I'll just give it a try. Say the Pappu sits opposite to the person who sits between Mahi and Rani, and Sanjay is immediately left of Mahi. Then Mahi is second to the left of Rani and faces the opposite direction as that of Rani. Means Mahi अगर center देखती है तो Rani outside और Rani outside देखती है तो Mahi center. I think Mahi must be the proper clue to start with, because we have some many things related to Mahi. Then Mahi, if Mahi is fixed, we can fix Sanjay. Mahi is fixed, we can fix Rani. Then Mahi is fixed, we can see Mahi and Rani के बीच में जो पर्सन है, तो पप्पू भी उससे सिट मीन्स उसका भी अरेंजमेंट हम कर सकते हैं by taking a few possibilities. No one sits between Ajay and Mahi. Ajay is second to the left of Pappu. That should be okay if we start with Mahi and try for few possibilities properly. So let's do it. Those who are watching this live or whosoever watching this video, make a point guys, you try it at your own, because I already told you that these questions are not going to be too much easy. You need to be very careful while reading the information, and you should definitely give it a try once. Then only you'll be able to understand how to solve it. Okay, so I should start with this one, I guess. Mahi is second to the left of Rani, and Rani, so there could be two possibilities for that. Okay, I have two circles drawn here. Okay, listen. So these 8 persons are sitting equidistant. So what I'll do, I'll try to get all the possibilities one by one. Will go. Mahi is second to the left of Rani. Second to the left of Rani and faces the opposite direction as that of the Rani. Now there could be two cases, either Rani is facing center or Rani is facing outside. So that तो कुछ तो इसमें से होगा. So if I say Rani is facing center, so Mahi is second to the left of Rani. So second to the left, 1, 2. Here it must be Mahi, and Mahi must face then outside because Mahi and Rani face the opposite side. The other case could have been Rani sits here and she's facing outside. First person you can take anywhere, wherever you want, but बाकी सारे फिर condition के wise ही तुम्हें set करने हैं. Okay, so Mahi is second to the left of Rani. 1, 2. So यहाँ पे, but yes, if this is the case, Mahi is center because Rani is facing outside. Right, it's second to the left. Okay, Ajay and Vipin are sitting opposite to each other. Okay, it should be okay. So we are supposed to use the clues related to Rani and Mahi. So Sanjay is immediate left of Mahi, that's what we know. Sanjay is immediate left of Mahi, so here it must be Sanjay. Sanjay is immediate left of Mahi. Yeah. We have got 3 persons, so it looks easy. Okay, so Ajay and Bipin are sitting opposite to each other. So A and B opposite to each other, we just have one single pair of opposite sitting arrangement, because this can be the only 4 opposite pairs are possible and these 3 are seated. A and B are 2 different persons, so here it must be A, B, and in this case it might be AB. That's the way to crack it. Now listen, we have one more clue. No one sits between Ajay and Mahi. No one sits between Ajay and Mahi. That means Ajay and Mahi are immediate neighbors, right? Ajay is second to the left of Pappu, so that's what we know. So no one sits between Ajay and Mahi, so we can have just one possibility. Ajay and Bipin are sitting opposite to each other. Pappu sits opposite to a person who sits between Mahi and Rani. So there is one person who sits between Mahi and Rani. So let's have a look at this diagram. The person who sits between Mahi and Rani is Sanjay, and Pappu sits opposite to that. So here is Pappu. Mahi and Rani ke beech mein Sanjay. Here. No one sits between Ajay and Mahi means this must be Ajay. This must be Vipin. Must be Ajay. We have got total 6 persons sit properly, but we have 2 possibilities. We are not sure which one is correct. Let's move to the next thing. The person who sits between Ajay and Pappu is facing center. So the person who is sitting between Ajay and Pappu, we have both these. Ajay and Pappu के बीच में जो person है, this person is facing center. Now we are close to that. Now we can get few things neglected. One of the possibilities neglected. We got few more clues. So Pappu sits opposite to the person who is, that's we are done with this. Ajay is second to the left of Pappu. Okay, Ajay is second to the left of Pappu. So we have both the persons seated, Ajay and Pappu. So in this case, Pappu must be facing right outside. Then it will be left. Second to the left of Pappu is Ajay. And in this case, he must center. That second to the left will Ajay is second to the left of. That's what we. Okay, so let me quickly check. हमने क्या क्या यूज किया. My second to the left of Rani. First ये हमने सबसे पहले यूज किया. Ajay and Bipin are sitting opposite to each other. Pappu sits opposite to the person who sits between Mahi and Rani. That's done. No one sits between Ajay and Mahi. Ajay is second to the left of Pappu. That's done. The person who sits between Ajay and Pappu is facing center. That's also done. Ajay and Pappu के बीच में जो है वो center हमने face किया है. That's perfectly fine. Have two persons left out with us. Okay. The next thing, Kunal and Ajay are immediate neighbors. So the important clue now. Kunal and Ajay are immediate neighbors. So where is Ajay? Immediate neighbor must be Kunal. So this person is Kunal who is facing center. So this person must be Kunal who is facing center. We have got it, guys. But the problem is we still have two possibilities and we are close to finish it, but still we haven't got which one of the possibilities correct. Okay, let's try. The person who sits between Ajay and Pappu is facing center. That's what we use. Then Kunal and Ajay are immediate neighbors. That's what we use just. Okay, next thing, Kunal and Pappu are facing in the same direction. That's the important clue now. Kunal and Pappu are facing in the same direction. Let's try. Kunal and Pappu are not facing in the same direction. In this case, these two persons are facing opposite. Kunal is facing center, Pappu is facing outside. And now in this diagram, so this one is gone and this one is right possibility. Kunal and Pappu face in the same direction. We have one more person left out with us. So let's have a look at which the person left. So we have the name of list of the name: Vipin, Rani, Sanjay, Mahi, Ajay, Kunal, Pappu, Vipin. Yeah, we left. We have done with Vipin, right? We have not used Vipin. This must be. Hopefully you understood this part. Okay guys, that should be okay. So we can move ahead. We quickly solve the sub questions and proceed for the next question. Who is sitting opposite to Mahi? Who is sitting opposite to Mahi? At this, Vipin is the answer. Then which of the following is the group of persons facing towards center? So group of persons facing towards center. Now listen, we should have got 3 of them facing center and 5 are facing outside. Exactly, these 3 are facing center and all the other members should face outside. Okay, so the persons who are facing centers are M, K and P. Mahi, Kunal, Pappu. Mahi, Kunal and P. Next one. Which of the following is the correct regarding Vipin? Vipin sits immediate right of Pappu. Is it right? Vipin is immediate right of Pappu. Immediate right of Pappu is Vipin. That's perfectly fine. Okay, but we cannot answer it because look at the answer option C. If we need to check B here, which means it's immediate right of Bipin. How is it possible? Immediate right of Pappu as well as immediate right of Bipin. Yes, that's right, because Bipin is facing outside and Pappu is facing center. तो वो दोनों के बीच में आ रहा है और दोनों के immediate right आ रहा है. So that's the possibility. Both A and B is right. And the next thing, we'll move to the next set. So quickly, hopefully you enjoyed the last set and understood it properly, and you have got up the approach to solve the circular table arrangement. It's really interesting topic. Those who are doing it for the first time, they can just try, give it a try guys, properly, give it a proper try. Okay, let's begin with the next one. Again, this is also going to be a challenging question now. So 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are sitting around a circular table. Okay, now the question, the clue, first hint, if you read, only the lightest person is is facing towards the center. That means out of 8, just a single person is facing center and all other are facing outside. But we don't know who is that lightest person is. Okay, now that's really going to be a challenging now. So all the others are facing in the opposite direction. Okay, so you need to just general clue, you can just remember that, you cannot use right now. Let's move to the next one. So A sits second to the right of B and heavier than B. So what we can check, we can look for the lightest person. A is heavier than B, or D is heavier than B, D is heavier than B and sits opposite to F. Only one person is heavier than H, means we should have that sequence. Only one person is heavier than H. There are total 8 persons, so H is the second heaviest. There is only one person before H, and all the other means how many left? We are left out with the 6 persons will be lighter than H. Okay, B knows he is heavier than at least 2 persons. Means B को इतना पता है कि वो कम से कम 2 लोगों से heavy है. Means B cannot be the lightest, B cannot be the second lightest, so B can be somewhere here. 1, 2, there are many possibilities for B, but look at this. A is heavier than B, D is heavier than B, means B से 2 लोग ज़्यादा भी हैं, तो B cannot be the highest because he is lighter than someone, and he is lighter than at least 3%. Then if he is not highest, then he must be lighter than H as well, must be lighter than D as well and A as well. So यहाँ पे कहीं आना चाहिए, ये भी नहीं आ सकता है, 1 2 3 में भी नहीं आ सकता है. So B, up till now what I can see, B can be the 4th, 5th or 6th. There are 3 possibilities, but still we have 3 possibilities. It should not go that way. Okay, let's not try get into the possibilities directly. Let's understand, go one by one. Then only one person is lighter than C. Only one person is lighter than C means for sure we know here is the person. Here it is C, and there is only one person who is lighter than C. Okay. After that, done. E is heavier than F. G is not the lightest or heaviest, so G must be somewhere between. The persons are sitting. That's the most important clue you can have. The persons are sitting in clockwise direction in the ascending order of their weights. Ascending order means they are sitting on the increasing order of their weights, and no two persons are of the same weight. That's what we know. So we can start from this clue. ये यूज करके ही शुरू करो, बेटर पड़ेगा. Because lightest person face center and all other face, and lightest से शुरू करेंगे, increasing order में ही उनका arrangement जाना चाहिए. So let's start. Don't get into this because this is getting into too much of possibilities. 3 possibilities we still have. It's not compulsory, you can go ahead with the possibilities as well. It's completely your choice, but this is the circular table arrangement, so we'll be more focused on getting the circular table arrangement. So let's try this way. Okay, so if I try the lightest person and we go clockwise direction, so I'll start from the upside only, so it will be very easy to understand. What is the clockwise direction, guys? If here is the lightest person facing, that's what we know. Who is lightest? Lightest person is facing center, all other facing outside. It's not compulsory to draw the 2 circles, it's completely your choice, but this is the whole structure you can think of. And now it will be easy because we have the last that they are in the ascending order, increasing order of their, in the increasing order of their weights. So the lightest person, and for sure increasing order mein hai, so here it will be heaviest person sitting here. That's what we can do. Okay, let's move. A sits second to the right of B. A sits second to the right of B. Now understand, B knows he is heavier than at least 2 persons. Okay, so same possibility मैं circular table में use करता हूँ. चलो, so now let's have a look at one of this circle first. Okay, we'll use this diagram only if we need the second possibility, otherwise I'm not going to use it. Okay, so B knows is heavier than at least 2 person, means here it cannot be B, here it cannot be B. B is lighter than 3 persons, that's what we concluded कि B first 3 में नहीं आने वाला है, sorry highest 3 में नहीं आने वाला है और lowest 2 में नहीं आने वाला है. इसके लिए सिर्फ 3 पॉसिबिलिटीज है. अगर तुम लो से स्टार्ट करते हो तो थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ. It can be here, can be here. These are the only 3 possibilities. Okay, so you would have drawn the 3 circles and finish it directly. That is also the way to do. Okay, then but need not to draw 3 circles. If you connect few more clues, you'll definitely understand it. Okay, so A sits second to the right of B, second to the right of B, and is heavier than B. Second to the right of B means definitely is heavier. Okay, so second to the right of B, 1 2, here it should be 1 2 3 1 2. एक कहीं भी हो सकता है अभी तो. We'll use few more, दूसरे कुछ hints हम use करके देखते हैं यहाँ पे. D is heavier than B, sits opposite to F. D sits opposite to F. We don't know where is F. Okay, so only one person is heavier than H. Only one person is heavier than H means for sure H is here, right? And that's where you can neglect this B's position, because A must be second to the, look at this, A sits second to the right of B, means that place is occupied by H. 1 2, that's occupied. So now we have just two possibilities: B sitting here, A sitting here, or B sitting here, A sitting here. So we have two possibilities and we can go for the simple two possibilities now. So what I'll take B here, and A is second to the right of B. And in this case, what I'll do, I'll take B is heavier than 3 persons. 1 2 3. It was given at least 2 से heavy है, तो या तो 2 से होगा या तो 3 से होगा, 4 से तो हो नहीं सकता है, फिर आगे तो जा नहीं सकता है. So you have this possibility, one more, and H sitting here. Definitely one of these has to be correct. Let's quickly start. Okay, then we can move ahead with this information. Now we have sufficient clues connected, and we can just go for the few more clues, one or two, a couple of clues you need to connect, and you'll be through this puzzle. Okay, so quickly, B knows he's heavier than, that's what we used. Then A sits second to the right of B, is this one is used. D is heavier than B. D is heavier than B and sits opposite to F. Now D is heavier than B. Okay, which is the pair of opposite persons left? There are too many, right? We have two at least. In the second case, it is just one case, and in the first case, there are two opposite pairs. Okay, let's do it later. Okay, only one person is heavier than H. Only one person is heavier than H. That's what we use. The heaviest से just एक पोजीशन पहले H आएगा. Only one person is lighter than C. ये हमने यूज नहीं किया. Only one person is lighter than C. That means on lighter से just immediate neighbor C आएगा. Yeah, sitting in the ascending order. ये हो गया. We have fixed 4 persons in both the possibilities. So left out with 4 only, and this is not going to be that tough now, because just arranging 4 persons is not a big deal. Okay, only one person is lighter than C. That's what we use. One person is heavier than H. Also used. D is heavier than B and sits opposite. We haven't used this one. D is heavier than B. We have used this as well. Okay, D is heavier than B means, now if you look at the possibilities, D is heavier than B. Okay, D can be the heaviest, and in this case D can be at 3 places. Okay, no issues. We'll use it later only. Chalo, E is heavier than F. I'll write here itself. So now we are left out with D is heavier than B. E is heavier than F. So who can be the heaviest person? He cannot be the heaviest. B is not going to be, sorry, D is not going to be the heavy, F is not going to be the heaviest person. So F must be somewhere in between. F is not the heaviest. So out of these two or these 3, F is there. Then in these possibilities, F has 3 places, right? Then G is not the lightest nor lightest or heaviest. So G be lightest या heaviest नहीं. So here it cannot be G. Here it cannot. E is heavier than F. So F cannot be the heaviest. That's what it. So who should be the heaviest person? Let's use one more. G is not the lightest nor heaviest. D is heavier than B and sits opposite to F. Okay, so D sits opposite to F. This was we are not using, so that's what the problem was. So D is heavier than B and sits opposite to F. Now we can easily try it. Okay, so if D sits here heavier than B, it's opposite to F, so F must be the heaviest. It's not possible to have D here now. Hopefully you understood what I said. Okay, if I D take here, F should be the opposite to D. It's not possible. Heavier than B and sits opposite to F, so D and F must be opposite. D एंड F दोनों में से कोई भी बैठा हुआ नहीं है अभी तक, दोनों भी अपोजिट होने चाहिए, तो एक ही पॉसिबिलिटी बच रही है यहाँ पे, D and F, but F is not the heaviest person because E is greater than F, means F is not the heaviest. So this, the possibility, the complete possibility gets scrapped here. Can scrap it, इसमें से कुछ भी नहीं आने वाला है. तो यहाँ पे ट्राई करते हैं. D is sitting opposite to F. So where can be, D is heavier than, means there is only one possibility here, D is heavier than B and sits opposite to F. अगर यहाँ ले तो नहीं चलेगा, B के अपोजिट ही तो नहीं है, F के अपोजिट है, so F must be the lightest person. We have got it. Now G is not the heaviest. F is not the heaviest because E is greater than F. Okay, so G is not the heaviest means G is here. We are just left out with one person now. A, B, C, D, E. Sorry, so E is going to be the heaviest. That's the answer. This possibility gets scrapped. Sure, quickly finish with the questions now. Who is the lightest person? Definitely F. Who is the heaviest person? It's definitely E. Who is the third to the right of the heaviest person? Third to the right. Okay, now listen. Heaviest person is facing outside, so his right will be upside. 1, 2, 3. Third to the right of the heaviest person is G. How many persons are lighter than G? Only 2. C and F are lighter than. Next thing, how many persons are heavier than E? E is the heaviest person, so no one is heavier than him. Right, hopefully you understood, all of you guys. Those who are watching the videos, please always do one thing, guys. Try that set completely at your own first and then move to the solution. Those who will watch the video later. So quickly, let's go for the next one. Again, this is going to be the highly logical and a bit lengthy question, you can say simply, and at the same time logical and lengthy. So we have too many possibilities to careful with now. So 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are sitting equidistant around a circular table, each one of which wearing different color shirts. So this is again have the lengthy information. We need to means identify the colors of their shirts, then not necessarily in the same order, definitely. Then for 4 of them facing center and the remaining 4 are facing outside. That's again additional condition. Let's move. Okay, so this is the information. I'll just get you through the question once. is second to the right of a person who is wearing yellow shirt, as well as second to the right of a person who is wearing red shirt. That's the most important clue you can have. Understand, try to do it. Then we have the okay, A is second to the right of a person who is wearing yellow shirt, as well as second to the right of a person who is wearing red shirt. How is it possible? Because the persons are facing, some of the persons are facing center and some of the persons are facing outside. So A is second to the right of a person who is wearing yellow shirt, as well as to the second to the right of a person, second to the right, second to the right, yellow shirt से भी और the person who is wearing red shirt, दोनों से भी second to the right. Now let's have one possibility. Okay, let's say this person wears yellow shirt. Let's try from here. Simply I'm getting A. We don't know the facing of A, but that is for sure कि yellow कलर का शर्ट जिसने पहना है वहां से सेकंड टू द राइट, और रेड कलर का शर्ट जिसने पहना है वहां से भी सेकंड. दिस इज द पॉसिबिलिटी इफ येलो इज हियर, सॉरी येलो कलर रेड मींस श्योरली येलो एंड रेड तो अपोजिट आएंगे, दैट इज फॉर श्योर, और ए विल बी इन बिटवीन, एग्जैक्टली इन बिटवीन. देन द अदर पॉसिबिलिटी इज येलो वाला, देखो हमने यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, person who is wearing yellow shirt is facing center. The other possibility could have been person who is wearing yellow shirt is facing outside, right? Either he'll face center or outside, so definitely one of these possibilities must be right. Okay, and if yellow faces center, this is the possibility for the A and red color person wearing red shirt. And if this is the case, the A will be second to the right of yellow, means this one must be A. And he is second to the right of the person who is wearing a red shirt as well. So this one must be person with wearing red shirt. These are the two possibilities you can have from the first clue, because without possibility is not possible to get this question, because there are many clues which are different. If you look at this, पहले A के बारे में बताया, then there is only A here. A does not wear blue shirt, and the person who wears blue shirt is an immediate neighbor of D, so we don't know where is D. Okay, F sits E sits third to the right of D, we don't know where is D. Then F sits second to the right of A, F sits second to the right of A, and wears red shirt. For sure we know where is the red shirt. Now in this case F must be here. He is second to the right of A, he is facing center. This case facing only second to the right of A. Right, So that's the hint we can have. Next thing, B sits immediate right of G and wears a black shirt. So B wears a black shirt. B and G are immediate. So we have a lot of possibilities for B and G now. Okay, let's move ahead. We'll use this later. E sits third to the right of D. That is then H is facing the same direction as E and wears a violet shirt. Again, that's not the clue we should go for right now because we have not sufficient information with us. We have not connected the sufficient clues, so we need to connect up a few couple of clues more so that we can go ahead. Okay, G is facing center. This looks B sits immediate right of G. So first thing, G is facing center and immediate right of G. B wears black. So B is immediate neighbor of a person who is facing center. Okay. There are many possibilities that also. H is facing center, B sits immediate, G is facing center. Okay, person who wears pink shirt had a pink shirt is the third to the left of the person who wears white shirts. We cannot use that clue right now. C sits opposite to D and wears neither red nor yellow shirt. This is the clue you can use. C and D are in opposite. C and D are opposite, sitting opposite. So for sure, two pairs of opposite gone because A and F, we have A and F got seated. Then we just have two pairs. Okay, so let's try. C sits opposite to D and with the E and we are neither red nor yellow shirt. Think about it, how to get the possibility. We are supposed to get into the possibilities now because we don't have any choice left out with us. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try it for the pairs C and D is the opposite pair. That's what we are going to use now. I'll just tell you what it could be. C here, D here, or C here, D here. Okay, or it may like C, D, or D, C. So how many possibilities? I have four possibilities here itself, and the same way C, D, D, C, D, C. So how many possibilities? Again, 4 plus 4, there are 8 possibilities. Now we are, if we try to the worst case, we have to get to that one which is correct, and there are 7 wrong possibilities. Probability is says it's close to 12.5% if you try a possibility and that will comes out to be true. So let's have a look at the few possibilities. Okay, so A does not wear a blue shirt and a person who wears blue shirt is an immediate neighbor of D. Okay, so this is the clue you can use. Okay, then E sits third to the right of D. That is also clubbed with this too. We use this two because if you are trying for the possibilities, then you must connect some other clue related to D so that those 8 possibility will get reduced to 4 or 3 to it maybe something like that. So let's try it. If I say I'll just take this pair first, then I'll go for this pair. Okay, so if I take C here, D here, it is Possible. Then E is third to the right of D, but we don't know where E is facing. It must be third place empty, but 1, 2, 1, 2, not possible. You're getting this? So if this is the case, it would be just interchange C, D, right? The same way, this if you take here in this possibility, if you take D here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, third place खाली ही नहीं है. So this is the pair, could be E and that will 1, 2. How I can try. So out of the possibilities they have now, if you look at this C, D, 1, 2, 3, this is not the possible. We have two possibilities here, and you can have D and C here. Okay, so you can go for one of these possibilities, and what I'll suggest, A does not wear blue shirt, and the person who wears blue shirt is an immediate neighbor of D. If you club these clues and think of it together, what I can say, A तो blue shirt पहनता नहीं है, and the person who wears a blue shirt, now we know for sure, if I take C here, D here, the person who is immediate neighbor of D, that person wears blue shirt, then A do not wear blue shirt, so D cannot be here, D cannot be here, because immediate neighbor of D wears the blue shirt, and in this case A do not wear blue shirt, so D cannot be here, D cannot be here, because the person is immediate neighbor of D will surely wearing a blue shirt. So यहाँ पे तो blue yellow उसके बाजू में आ रहा है, यहाँ पे blue और red ऐसे का, but blue तो फिर A नहीं हो सकता, so for sure blue is somewhere here. Now we have only two possibilities for D here or D here. If D is here, it is on this side, this is red, this must be blue, and if this side yellow, this must be blue. So it doesn't matter wheresoever is D, the person who is wearing blue shirt has to be sitting opposite to A. And we have two possibilities for D. Now we have cut short it to the four possibilities only. D, D, or D or D. 2 or okay. One more thing, if this is D, E sits third to the right of D, facing, but for sure third place must be empty from D. So if you like this possibility, 1, 2, 3, this facing center. If it's facing outside, 1, 2, 3, it's not possible to have here. So if this is the case, this person must be, that's what, and he sits opposite to D. That's the only case we for the first person. Okay, now let's have a look at this possibility. Now look at this possibility. We take D, 1, 2, third place, 1, 2. Definitely, if this is the case, D must be 1, cannot be here. D is here, 1 cannot be here. F not, E cannot be here. Sorry, E sits third to the right of D. is third the right of D. So third to the right of D, if he is facing outside 1, 2, 3, it's not possible. So he must face center 1, 2, 3 sits. That's to take on root now, right? If this is the case, D sits third to the right of D. 1, 2, 3. He will definitely face the outside. Then 1, 3. He will face in is wearing yellow. That's what you can conclude in both the cases. But the problem is we still have two cases. We are not able to get it. We had the 8 cases. Then we have reduced it to the 4, and from 4 we have reduced it to 2. From 2 we are reducing it to the 1 in the final step. So let's have a quick look now. We have now connected, we can say we have connected the sufficient amount of just a 1 or 2 clues more, and you'll get to the final answer. Okay, so these are the only possibilities till now. Okay, F sits second to the right of A. F sits second to the right of A. We know that is already done. We use the rate. We have used it earlier. B sits immediate right of G. B sits immediate right of G. This must be B. Two immediate neighbors. Okay. In this case, don't have any possibility. So we have B and okay, anyways, we have got 4% seated. Remaining, we have got 5% seated. Because once you got D, the opposite person is okay. So we have got 5% seated, and we are just left out with persons B, E, H. B and G must be here. So this person B, and in this case B and G here. This person has to be H, right? And now we just need facing and all. G is facing center, and B sits immediate right of G. So wherever G is, if you take G here, G is facing center, so right will be here. It's not possible to have G. In this case, G must be here. G is facing center, immediate right of G. The only case G. And this case, we have G and G. So G is facing center, so cannot be facing center. The right of G is E. These are the only two cases, but we have still we have to. Let's try to connect few more clues and let's finalize the answer. B sits immediate right of G. Yes, that's the clue. B sits immediate right of G and wears black shirt. Problem is यहाँ पे blue आ रहा है. So this is not the case. You can scrap this part. So here is the case where B wears black shirt. Look at the possibilities, guys. So we have started imagining the possibilities. Earlier it was 8, then we have reduced it to 4. By connecting one clue, we have come to 2, and finally from among these two possibilities we have picked this one. This one is the right possibility. Can definitely go ahead with this now. Really a challenging and tough question, you can say. B sits immediate right of G and wears a black shirt. Right. So now just we are left out with the facing part. So number of persons facing center and outside were equal. 4 of facing center and 4 of them facing side. That means 4 of them facing center and 4 of facing outside the center. So H is facing the same direction as A, and H is facing same direction as A. So in this case, A not the case actually. Simply right here. H is facing the same direction as and wears a violet shirt. Just a minute. There is one problem with this possibility. We have more possibilities. Five are facing center actually. We want 4 of them facing center. This possibly must go right. Let's check it again. G is facing center and B sits immediate right of G. Okay, sorry. B sits immediate right of G. So H must be facing outside. Okay. H must be facing outside. This is outside. Outside. So all the others will face inside. Okay, this one will be the right possibility. So 4 outside, 4 inside. In this we have got 5 facing center. So this one we need to scrap. Sorry. And we can go ahead with this possibility. Now A and H are facing in the same direction. G is facing center. Okay, so here it must be B and G. G is facing center and B must be here. That's what we can. Is to the immediate right of facing outside is 1 2 3 4. So this G is facing 1 and 2, right? And must Okay. Then we have person who wears pink shirt is third to the left of the person who wears white. Third to the left of who wears white. We have one more clue. H is facing the same direction as A and wears violet shirt. H wears violet shirt. Then we just need to connect the clues for the number means colors of the shirts. B sits immediate right of G and wears black shirt. H is facing the same direction as A, wears violet shirt. G is facing the pink shirt, third to the left of the person who wears white shirt. Okay, so we don't have where is white, so but for sure white must be somewhere here. So that this will be the left part. 1, 2, 3, pink. We are just getting the colors of the shirts. We got almost all the information now. One more clue. Color. There is one more color, purple color. This should be the purple color. Right. So who is sitting fifth to the right of B? Fifth to the right of B is C. Which of the following pair of the person wears black and white color? So black and white, the G and D. So if this is not the case, H is facing the same direction. The person third to the left wears white. There will be one more case. This should not be purple then. Just a minute. We go ahead with this possibility. We have got 8. You can have B sitting here and G sitting here. B here and G sitting. This must be white. This must be pink. And this must be purple color. Then if you look at this, who wears purple shirt, that is C. Find the odd one out. It's A, G, D, C, H. A, G, D, C. There's something wrong with this. Let's try the process. Is red, got this red, purple. Let me quickly check. We have the sufficient information, and now we'll try to put it again together properly. So we'll start with this. I got this, and even we can keep this as E. Even that has, okay. Next thing we have is C and D are opposite, and D के बाजू में blue आएगा, तो यहाँ पे blue होगा, यहाँ पे blue. Okay, we know the facing. This is the face. F is second to the right. Was the right second to the right of A, and here's the ratio right to the right of A. So we know. So in this case, one center, and in this case, one center, two center, one. Okay. This must be blue, so there must be a neighbor of, he must be the neighbor of D, so D can be here. We take C here, then we have E sits third to the right of D, third to the right of D. It's not possible, that's why we kept C here, D here, and third to the right of D. E sits third to the right of D. Okay, I guess that was the one. Third to the right, 1 2 right of D. That's the, then in this case, if we take C here, D here, 1 2, not possible. We will take center, D here or here. This case, E must be here. We take C here, D here, 1 2 3, cannot be like this. So this is C and D, right? 1 2, the process is side. Okay, so D outside, and in this possibility, D is at the center, right? Then we have B sits immediate right of G and wears black shirts. B sits immediate right of G, wears black shirt. So this must be black, must be B. Then this must be black. Right, that's for sure. This must be A B C D E F G, and could be the possibility. And here A B C, right? Then we have got here, then white is third to the left of the pink shirt is third to the left of the person who is wearing white shirt. Person with pink shirt is third to the left of 1 2 this must be pink, this must be white. 1 2, right? Then left purple and violet. So H wears violet, right? We have got up till now one more thing we have, that is H is facing the same direction as A. The same. All others are, that's not the possibility you can go for. This will be the correct possibility. So the who is sitting fifth to the right of B, we want to 5 H. Which of the following pairs, white and black pair, will be B and D? Then who wears the purple shirt? C. Find the odd one out, AGDCH. Look at this, GDA, E and H. So these four are facing center and this is C is facing outside. That's the odd one out. Who among the following, what is the color of the shirt of a person who is sitting opposite to? So opposite to D, it's purple shirt, right? We have got it finally. But anyways, you have to means approach the question the way we started. There was some mistake in between, so that's why it took a bit more time. But of course, this is the really a challenging question and slightly lengthy as well. But remember the approach, try it at your own once, and this should be the final answer you should get. Okay, let's move to the last set. Okay, let's the final set for today's session. 8 persons, 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are sitting equidistant around a circular table, each one of which is wearing a cap of white or yellow or red, either white, yellow or red. Some of them are facing towards center and or in a direction opposite to the center, so center or away from center. So white, yellow and red, remember the colors of the cap. So this is again a lengthy question, but definitely if we have more clues, the more you can connect and more easily you can get the answer if you have the more clues with it. Okay, so let's try. A sits opposite to B and wears same colored cap as that of B. The person who wears white cap sits second to the right of the person wearing red cap. The person who wears yellow cap sits second to the left of the person wearing white cap. Only one person wears white cap. Immediate neighbor of A do not wear yellow cap. Immediate neighbor of B do not wear white cap. A sits opposite to B and wears the same colored cap as that of B. So it could be it cannot be white because there is only one person who wears white. So white just one person. Yellow and red definitely more. A and B दोनों येलो हो सकते हैं या तो दोनों रेड हो सकते हैं. No two persons wearing red cap are immediate neighbors. So let me tell you the possibility. So those clues we have just read. Just by using these clues, I have not read question completely, but what I can figure out is, we know A and B are sitting opposite to each other. A sits opposite to B and wears the same colored cap as that of B. Okay, facing we don't know, but just let's talk about the positions. A, B, or you can take BA, that doesn't matter. We're just fixing it opposite. We have not taken anything related to left or right. Okay, so either they'll wear a red cap, both red, or A and B both yellow. Then no two persons wearing red cap are immediate neighbors. Immediate neighbor of B do not wear white cap. So B के neighbors तो white cap नहीं पहन रहे. This is not white. White नहीं है मतलब क्या होगा, या तो रेड या येलो ही है. तो रेड रेड तो नहीं हो सकता है, तो क्या होगा फिर? Immediate neighbors of B in this case must wear yellow cap. And in this case, if B wears yellow cap, these two cannot be white, means red. Sorry, these two must be red, or they can also be yellow as well. Because two yellows can be together. This can be yellow, red, yellow, red. Not white. Then more than two persons wear red caps. More than two persons wear red cap. अगर मैं यहाँ पे येलो ले लेता हूँ तो ऊपर फिर दो रेड साथ में नहीं आ सकते. दो में से एक तो रेड होना जरूरी है. F is not immediate neighbor of B. E and F are wearing the same cap. He is wearing the white cap, that is already given, that is wearing white cap. The person who wears white cap is second to the right of the person wearing red cap. So there will be many persons will wear red. Now if we look at the first possibility, if we try this one looks a bit concrete diagram. So let's try this one, or we'll move to that. Okay, so red cannot be here, red cannot be here, reds not together. There are more than two reds, so इन दोनों में से कोई red होना चाहिए. We can go either way. और अगर रेड नहीं है तो वहां पे व्हाइट और येलो होने की चांस है. Let's talk about the white cap. The person who wears white cap sits second to the right of the person wearing red cap. Now listen, white cap जो है वो second to the right of red cap आना चाहिए. अब red cap यहाँ पे है second to the right पे white नहीं आ सकता है, पे white नहीं आ सकता है. ये इस क्या हो सकता है, 1 2, ये white हो सकता है, ये भी white हो सकता है. Anyways, that's possible. The person who wears yellow cap sits second to the left of the person wearing white cap. तो येलो कैप पहना है उसका व्हाइट कैप से सेकेंड लेफ्ट है. Okay, now we have white must be somewhere here. So this is white, or this. Only one person wears white cap and immediate neighbor of A do not wear yellow cap. Immediate neighbor of A do not wear yellow cap. So look at this, immediate neighbor of A do not wear yellow cap. So that's where this possibility ends, because A तो रेड कैप है, ए के नेबर्स येलो कैप नहीं पहनेंगे, तो यहाँ पे तो व्हाइट होगी, यहाँ पे थोड़ी एक और व्हाइट ले सकते हैं. तो दिस इज नॉट द केस. ए इज नॉट रेड एंड बी इज नॉट रेड. दैट मीन्स ए एंड बी बोथ आर येलो. This is what we understood. This must be yellow, this must be okay. The immediate neighbor of A do not wear yellow, means it should be white or red, और दोनों red भी हो सकते हैं. Then A sits opposite to B and same cap. The person who wears white cap sits to the right of the person wearing red cap. The person who wears yellow cap sits second to the left of the person wearing white cap. So ये तो कोई भी हो सकता है, because there are many persons who wears yellow cap. Only one person wears white cap. Immediate neighbors. Okay, let's move to the next thing now. No two persons wearing red cap are immediate neighbors, and there are more than two persons who wear red cap. तो ये दोनों येलो हो गए. कंसेक्यूटिव रेड आने वाला नहीं है. इमीडिएट नेबर्स ऑफ इमीडिएट नेबर्स ऑफ बी के बारे में हमारे पास कुछ क्लू था. D is wearing a red cap but not an immediate neighbor of A. D is wearing red but he is not a neighbor of A and B. A and B का neighbor नहीं है, so D cannot be here, D cannot be here, D cannot be here. D cannot be here, but he wears a red cap. D wears red cap, so only two possibilities for D. Let's try both the ways. Let's say D wears red cap, or this is D. This case, hopefully you understood up till now how I'm getting the structure. Once you got proper structure, can go ahead with this. Now we have the sufficient clues connected to move ahead now, and we have a lot of clues ahead. Okay, so more than two persons wear red cap. Now understand, if it is red, this is not red. Red is not, and more than two persons, more than two means it should be at least three. तो ये यहाँ पे तो consecutive रेड नहीं आने वाला, so for sure this must be red, this must be red, so we have got at least three red. If this is the case, red cannot be here, red cannot be here, and there are at least two reds, means the must be red color. Hopefully you understood this part, right? So we do have this many possible. So more than two red, that was the important clue. Now we cannot have red or the immediate neighbors of A do not wear yellow cap. A के नेबर्स येलो नहीं पहनते, ये तो रेड ला लिया हमने, तो ये फॉर श्योर व्हाइट होगा. ए के नेबर इधर रेड लाया, ये हमें फॉर श्योर व्हाइट है, ये पता चला. Hopefully you are getting. Now we are almost done with the colors. The remaining colors will definitely yellow, because red तो साथ में आ नहीं सकते, white हमें मिल चुका है. So this must be yellow cap, this must be yellow cap. Now you'll simply need to cross check how many yellow caps. 1 2 3 4 red caps 3. This case 3 red, must be yellow, must be yellow. In 4 yellow caps, 1 white. So the first question is, how many persons are wearing red caps? So that is for sure, we know that is 3. One question, एक question अपना solve भी हो गया यहाँ पे, but we have not get the arrangement, एक complete arrangement. तो 3 persons हमें पता चल गए. अब और ना, अभी ये सिर्फ कंप्लीट स्ट्रक्चर रेडी है. कलर्स, कैप कलर्स भी पता है, दोनों में से एक सही होगा, एक गलत होगा, but we have the structure with us and we just need to put up 5 persons now. That's quite easy. Let's have a look at it. You're tough, right? E and F are wearing same colored cap. E and F same colored cap. F is not the immediate neighbor of B. F is not the immediate neighbor of B, so F cannot be here. And we have one more clue. She is wearing white cap, so person is C. We are just left out with 4 person basically. So out of the 4 person, 2 red बचे हैं, 2 yellow बचे हैं. If you look at this, 2 red 2 yellow, तो अभी कुछ भी हो सकता है, दोनों red भी हो सकते हैं. F is not the immediate neighbor of B, is not the immediate neighbor of B. Red yellow, then one of the immediate neighbor of H wears the same color cap as that of H. तो अगर मैं यहाँ पे पॉसिबिलिटीज से जाता हूँ, वी हैव 4 पॉसिबिलिटीज फॉर H. H कैन नॉट बी हियर. H का एक नेबर उसी कलर की कैप पहनता है, जो कलर की कैप एच ने पहनी है, तो एच की अगर रेड कलर की है तो उसके दोनों नेबर में से किसी भी रेड कलर की कैप नहीं आ रही। अगर एच येलो कलर कैप पहनता है, यहाँ पे बैठा है, इसके दोनों नेबर्स के रेड कैप आ रही है। एच अगर तुमने यहाँ पे क्या रेड कैप पहन के बैठा है, दोनों नेबर्स येलो कैप, कैनॉट बी। तो दिस इज द पॉसिबिलिटी कैन बी सीटेड। एच का कैप येलो, उसके बाजू में एक पर्सन है एटलीस्ट जो, then in this case at this one red is adjacent by yellow, so cannot be H. This case yellow into reds, not the opposite. Red H between two yellows, not possible. H has the yellow cap, that's what you can do, and that's the most important possibility, and you'll definitely do this puzzle after using. Okay, so we just left out with 3 conditions now. All the persons wearing red cap are facing center. So there are 3 persons wearing red cap, all are facing center. Like this. That doesn't mean the others are facing outside. Immediate neighbors of D are facing in the same direction as that of D. So D center देख रहा है तो उसके neighbors भी center देखते हैं, D opposite देख रहा है तो उसके neighbor भी opposite. Immediate neighbor of D are facing in the same direction. Immediate neighbors of D are facing in the direction opposite to that of D, not same, sorry. D अगर सेंटर है तो उसके नेबर्स अपोजिट देखते हैं, आउटसाइड देखेंगे। अगर D आउटसाइड देखता है तो उसके नेबर्स सेंटर देखेंगे। Immediate neighbors of D are facing opposite to that of D. These two persons must be outside facing, because D is facing center. Facing center means this must be immediate neighbors of E are facing in the same direction as that of E. Ka direction, but we don't know where is E now. Even we don't have the count for facing, some of them facing towards center and some of outside, ये हमें दिया हुआ है. The immediate neighbor of B do not wear the white cap. Immediate neighbor of B do not wear the white cap, that's done already. Okay, all the persons, okay, E is facing towards the center, that's the last clue we have. E is facing towards the, is facing towards the, we have E and F. E and F wearing the same color cap and possible. ये हमने पहले यूज करना है, अभी जस्ट जब हमने फिक्स किया, now we have these two E and F same color cap, right? Then in this case E F F, we have got it now. Okay, so A B C D E F, left out with G. This person must be this case, बट अभी भी हमने कोई पॉसिबिलिटी निग्लेक्ट नहीं की। एक टैप करके एक फाइनल आंसर हमने अभी तक फाइनलाइज नहीं किया, नीड टू डू दैट फर्स्ट। लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग नाउ, लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच। A sits opposite to B and wears the same cap, that's done. The person wears white cap is second to the right of the person wearing red cap. Let's check. व्हाइट कैप जो है वो रेड कैप से सेकंड टू द राइट होना, person who wears white cap sits second to the right of the person wearing red cap. Not possible. ये left में जा रहा है, so not possible. This is the white cap. Red से second number पे आ रहा है 1 2. We can choose, grab this from that group. The person who wears yellow cap sits second to the left of the person wearing white cap. White से second left पे yellow आना चाहिए. Now it will be there. White से second left पे yellow आ रहा है. That's completely right. One person that is already there. Immediate neighbors of A do not wear yellow cap. हमने already देख लिया था. Immediate neighbor of B do not wear white cap. A के नेबर येलो नहीं पहनते, B के नेबर व्हाइट नहीं पहनते. A के नेबर येलो नहीं है एंड B के नेबर व्हाइट नहीं. B के नेबर व्हाइट नहीं है, A नेबर्स येलो. That's care of. So the next thing, no two persons wearing red cap are immediate neighbors. That is also done. D is wearing the red cap but not an immediate neighbor of A and B. That is taken care of because D is wearing red cap and he is not a neighbor of. Just look at this diagram, correct diagram. Map this. After that, more than two persons wear red. That's taken care. E and F are wearing the same. That is also done. F is not the immediate neighbor of B. That is also taken care of. Look at this. B is here. F is no, it's not taken care of because E and F is not the neighbor of B. Means that should be definitely. And ये हमारा बच गया. Okay, now the thing is, one thing we know is immediate neighbors of is also done. So we'll use this one first. The immediate neighbors of E are facing the same direction, are facing in the direction opposite to that of E. Okay, let's have a look at this. E is facing center. E is that of. Hopefully understand. We have all this facing now. 4 persons are facing center, 4 are facing outside. Everything we have got it. And if you look at this, we have just used this, we are taking care of this. We have this one, all the persons wearing red caps are, that is also used. One of the immediate neighbor H wears the same color cap, that is also taken care. So we have completed all those points, all those conditions के लिए हमें ये सॉल्व करना था. So hopefully you understood up till now. We can go ahead with the sub questions quickly. So one question we have already completed. Those who have any doubt, they can just drop in the comment. If you have any query up till now, you can ask me. Okay, so the thing is, how many persons are wearing yellow caps? How many persons are wearing yellow caps? Definitely it's 4. Then which of the following combination is not correct? Let's G yellow cap and faces opposite. G yellow cap and faces center. That's the correct one. F yellow faces opposite to center. F red, that's the incorrect. Not correct. This is the answer. If you want to check, go ahead with the other options. You can go H yellow opposite to the center, H yellow opposite to the center. That is correct. Then about E, correct, E red and right. Then 17 and 18, let's quickly finish it. What is the position of C with respect to B? Position of C with respect to B is one. So B is facing opposite side, means away from the center. So right will be on this side. One, this will be the left one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Third to the right of B. C is third to the right of in respect to B, and B was facing outside. So hopefully you understood this part. Who is sitting between the persons who are wearing the red? There could be the many more possibilities. So who is sitting between the persons wearing the red caps? So let's take a pair of persons who wearing a red cap. Take this red. There are two persons sitting, and we want a single person who is sitting between the two persons who are wearing red caps. So if you look at this, and F are the persons red cap, and there is exactly one person sitting between them, that G. G is the immediate neighbor of the persons who have red cap. That's the okay guys, so we have solved done with our agenda for today's session. So guys, this is just the part one, because there are many questions like this. These are the questions which I personally feel really tough questions, and all the questions are prepared with a very effort or too much of efforts. And understand one thing, so I can get you through more questions of circular table arrangement. So this was the part one of our video, and in part 2 we'll try more and more questions from the same circular arrangement part 2. And if you understand these two part and you are able to tackle the level of the is a question of this type of level of difficulty, so definitely you'll definitely it will surely help you in sitting arrangement, linear arrangement also, because the logic is completely same. So it's simple logical reasoning, doesn't matter if it is circular, linear or square table. So but if you have practiced the higher level of difficulty questions, then definitely ये तुम्हें बिल्कुल लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में हेल्प करेगा. So this was the part 1, and I'll be taking part 2 as well for this. So I have a lot of sets like this, and exactly the same difficulty will be there. It won't be like you're just solve, don't go for the just too many easy questions. So easy questions करने से तुम्हें लग रहा है circular table आ गया. It won't happen that way, because there will be the question of higher difficulty level. So make sure you practice the quality content. Okay guys, so that's it for the day. So those who want to attend the special session, guys, what you can do, you can quickly go to Play Store and download the Unacademy learning app. So I do have a special session scheduled today as well, so you can join me there today at 12 o'clock. And a lot of special session will go ahead. We'll have marathon sessions. There are many special session going on an academic platform, where you need not to subscribe to any, you need not to take any subscription. The special sessions are completely, you can just by downloading and installing the application of an academic learning app, you'll be able to have the access to all the special sessions. Okay, after that, those who are willing to go for the plus subscription, where you'll get the mock test and many more benefits, like you'll be interacting with me, you'll be interacting with the top educators from India, So you can go for this plus subscription. I'll recommend always 1 year plan or 2 year plan. So those who are planning to write MBA entrance exams like CAT, SNAP, CT in the next year, they can go for 2 years subscription. And if you are planning to take these entrance exams this year itself, definitely go for 1 year subscription. Though don't think in just perspective of CAT. So those who are writing CAT, focusing on CAT, definitely you should. But for CAT it's just 4 months left now. But definitely most of you must be taking snap CET in the month of January. So till that, if you want the access, so you should go for 1 year subscription. That's what the motto is of that's what the motto of 1 year subscription. So I'll recommend, always recommend those plans. And you can use my discount code SHAM1 to avail 10% of discount. So go for it, guys. Do write the mocks properly. Do not just study and you don't forget to evaluate yourself. You have to you have to take the assessments in between when you're preparing, and don't forget to analyze those mocks. Not beneficial just you are writing the mocks and उसके बाद तुम देख भी नहीं रहे हो कि उस मॉक्स में क्या गलतियां हुई, इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं। नेक्स्ट मॉक कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट के साथ ही तुम्हें देना पड़ेगा। डोंट just keep writing on the mock and your preparation is at the same level, so definitely सारे score randomly or more or less वो match करेंगे because you are not improving. So don't take the mocks on the very consecutive days. Plan accordingly, so that you'll get time to digest the things and prepare for few more topics. Analyze the mocks properly. You should get the time to analyze the mocks, then only you can write the next mock. So that will help you definitely. Do not just write the mock test for the sake of completing it. Try to prepare, have some strategy, plan something, and then go for the next mock. So these are a few other plans, popular courses of Unacademy. You can share with your friends, so they'll also get benefited. So on our YouTube, the learning is completely free, guys. So do share, subscribe to our channel, that is Unacademy CAT4MBA, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified about our every live session that is going on. Set the reminders and attend the sessions properly. You can also join us on Telegram, where you'll get the PDF notes of all the sessions that we conduct on Unacademy as well as on YouTube platform. So for notes and PDF materials, you can also join us on Telegram. So see you guys, that's it for the day.